Mineral deposits?
Can I help you find something?
No, actually, I pretty much found everything on my own.
For your information, I got those maps because I was hoping there might be a long-lost gold mine or two around here. But like most of my get-rich-quick ideas, it didn't pan out. Apparently, there's no gold left in them thar hills, or silver, or copper, or anything else. Now, I don't ever want to catch you in my stuff again. Yes?
I'm embarrassed that you caught me snooping through your stuff.
Just proves we're birds of a feather. I've been known to go poking through other people's stuff myself.
Have you been out to the pump house?
All the water to the ranch house has been cut off. The livestock will still get water from the windmills, but we humans are gonna have to get every single drop of water we use from the faucet in the pump house. And that's gonna be a royal pain. Why can't that darn horse do its cursed thing somewhere else?
You really think what happened to the pump house was the result of bad luck?
I saw the pipe. It was rusted through. That's why it burst. That and bad vibes from that equine banshee.
Got any chores you want me to do?
Do exactly what you did for me yesterday, and I'll be forever grateful. Start by picking all the ripe stuff in the garden again. Basket's outside.
Well, I'd better get going.
Don't be a stranger.
It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into Shorty right away.
Pick those vegetables for me yet?
Take a look.
Hey, there's stuff that's way overripe in here. Well, I'll just pitch it. In the meantime, go back out there and try again.
Right. It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into Shorty right away.
There's more ripe stuff out there than that.
There is? It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into Shorty right
Pick
away.
those vegetables for me yet?
You betcha.
Hey, there's stuff that's way overripe in here. Well, I'll just pitch it. In the meantime, go back out there and try again.
Right. It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into Shorty
There's
right
more
away.
ripe stuff out there than that.
There is? It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into
There's
Shorty
more
right
ripe
away.
stuff out there than that.
There is? It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into Shorty right
There's
away.
more ripe stuff out there than that.
There is? It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into
There's
Shorty
more
right
ripe
away.
stuff out there than that.
There is? It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into Shorty right away.
Pick those vegetables for me yet?
You betcha.
Oh no! You picked stuff that wasn't ripe yet again! Oh, well, there's only one thing to do.
I don't understand, dear. Didn't Shorty tell you to only pick things that were ripe?
Yes.
But he says that you went out and picked vegetables that weren't ripe.
Yes, I'm afraid I did.
Oh, dear. That garden is an important source of food for us. We simply can't have someone picking things willy-nilly and wasting perfectly good vegetables. Can we, Ed?
We could wind up with scurvy.
You're just not responsible enough for ranch life yet, dear. So why don't you go back to River Heights, and just as soon as you've developed the proper respect for produce, we'll invite you back. All right?
It's so hot, I should get these vegetables into Shorty right
Pick
away.
those vegetables for me yet?
You betcha.
Good for you. Now, if you'll just fill that egg basket for me again, we'll be all set.
Well, I'd better get going.
Don't be a stranger. Got those eggs for me?
Right here.
Good for you. I need you to do one more thing. It's Tex's birthday. The Raleighs told me to make him a cake. Now, if I make it, he'll throw a fit. But if you make it, he might actually appreciate it. So why don't you dig a cake recipe out of the recipe box and have at it? I don't care when you make it, just so it's done by the end of the day. The icing's already made.
Could I get a canteen of water from you?
You betcha. You're good to go.
Well, I'd better get going.
Don't be a stranger.
First thing I'll need to make that cake is a mixing bowl. I can't get in there right now. Missed. Looks like I'm gonna have to guess how long to cook it and what temperature to use. It's not cooked all the way through. I better bake it some more. Nuts, I burned it. Well, back to the drawing board. Perfect. Maybe I should try a little, just to be sure. This tastes terrible. I better throw this out and make another one. Perfect. Maybe I should try a little, just to be sure. This tastes terrible. I better throw this out and make another one.
Miss Nancy, how may I be of service?
Well, I'd better get going.
Don't be a stranger.
Missed. Perfect. Maybe I should try a little, just to be sure. This tastes terrible. I better throw this out and make another one. perfect. Maybe I should try a little, just to be sure. This tastes terrible. I better throw this out and make another one.
Not that my family's any of your concern, but my sister did work for the Raleighs, back in Phoenix. She got fired, she got mad, but she's over it. Okay?
Why didn't you tell me that before?
'Cause it makes me look bad. I figured no one'd ever find out, and when you did, I just got all flustered like.
So all the bad stuff that's been going on around here, it's not because you're helping her get back at the Raleighs for letting her go?
Fact is, my sister can be kind of a flake. I'd have probably fired her too.
Is it okay if I go riding?
Nope. Feed the chickens and the horses in the corral first. Could be fatal if you mess up, so don't.
Has anyone tried going after that phantom horse when it appears?
Nope. Always something else going on, like Ed Raleigh getting snake bit or the pump house blowing up. Plus, that horse is fast. Probably couldn't catch it anyway.
Talk to you later.
No hurry.
I better not go in there until I call the sheriff. don't think that's enough. Uh-oh.
Didn't Tex tell you that feeding the horses wrong could be fatal?
Yes, he did.
Tex said that poor horse you fed is colicking.
I know. I was just careless.
I commend your honesty, dear, but I'm afraid we can't afford to have careless people on the ranch. And since Tex would be quite happy to strangle you right now, what we're going to say next is actually for your own good.
Goodbye,
Nancy.
I don't think that's enough. I don't think that's enough.
Till you finish doing what I told you to do, you and me got nothing to talk about.
chickens, come and get it.
Need something?
May I go riding now?
Old Bob's all yours. I set up some barrels and a sawhorse so you can do some barrel racing and practice roping. Whenever you're out there, I'll watch you and time you. If you get good enough, like, say, you get your time below 10 seconds, and if you can lasso the sawhorse, like, say, 4 times out of 5, I'll give you your very own lariat. You can practice as much as you want, whenever you want. Just don't go walking off with my rope, 'cause I'll be watching.
Talk to you later.
If you last that long.
I better not go in there until I call the sheriff.
Hernandez.
This is Nancy Drew. I'm the one who's staying at Shadow Ranch.
I remember. In fact, I spent a good part of last night out there.
What's your take on what happened to the pump house?
It looked to me like the main pipe had been deteriorating for some time, only nobody noticed until last night when it finally blew.
And the Phantom Horse?
Somebody playing a joke, that's all. Probably a friend of one of those cowboys out there having themselves a good laugh.
Would it be all right if I looked around in the pump house?
Sure, I'm all done in there. Should have had my deputy take that sign down. Mind my asking why you want to look around? Wait a minute. Dave told me about you. You're the girl detective.
Amateur detective.
I don't know. Dave seemed to be real impressed with you. In more ways than one, I might add.
Thanks for your help.
You bet.
Looks like the pipe was pretty badly corroded. Dave?
Well, where did you come from?
Where did you come from?
Well, see, I'm looking for Dirk Valentine's treasure.
Then you lied before when you said you didn't know who Dirk Valentine was.
Yes, ma'am. See, my great Aunt Ellie was Frances Humber's cousin. When she died, she left me a bunch of stuff, including an old letter she'd gotten from Frances. In the letter, Frances said that Valentine had hidden a bunch of loot somewhere and wanted Frances to find it by following the clues he left for her. Frances was real smart, see? Loved puzzles. Played the piano pretty good, too. Anyway, after Valentine met his end, Frances was too broken-hearted to care about some treasure. She told Aunt Ellie that if she could find it, she could keep it. I also found this picture. That's Frances's father, Sheriff Merrill Humber. There's something written on the back. Stairs to cellar. That's Frances's handwriting. Looks like the other half of the message got torn off. I was hoping that the treasure might be under the stairs in here, but no such luck.
I didn't know this place had a cellar.
As far as I know, no one does. The entrance is secret. These stairs lead to a secret door behind the bookcase in the den.
What do the Raleighs think about all this?
The Raleighs don't know. I was afraid that if I told them, they'd... See, my brother's dead broke. No job, health's bad. I was thinking if I could just find the treasure...
I understand, but now I'm in kind of an awkward position.
I know, and I'll tell them, I swear, soon as they come back. They got enough on their minds right now.
What about all the accidents that have been happening around here lately?
I don't know anything about that horse or any of the other stuff that's been going on around here, I swear. Now, if you'll pardon me, I need to tend to my chores.
No, wait, you don't have to leave. Acid. Wonder what somebody's been using that for. Looks like I'm back in the den. Maybe the message on the pictures refers not to the stairs to the den, but to these stairs. There's something inside.
I am glad that you are getting your picture painted wearing your favorite shawl. It will be a beautiful painting because you look beautiful in that shawl. I forget the name of the stitch you used to make it, but I think it is amazing that you learned how to knit a whole shawl just by reading one book. I wish I could put my mind to things like you can. I am also glad that you like the handbag that I got you. I knew it would become your favorite on account of the pretty picture the beads make. I want to know all the things that you like so that I can make sure you always have them. I figure that way you will always want me around. Meet me on Friday at noon by the Big Picture Rock. I love you, Dirk. Remember when we were in Cappy's eating the crackers he orders special from California, and you said, I still don't know how you got a whole cake out to our last meeting place like you did, but it was the best thing I ever ate, and the prettiest too, what with that fancy flower you put on it. Now I think it is the best cake recipe in the world too. But nothing is as good as getting a letter from you. Whenever I see a flower like the one on your favorite letter paper, I think of you. I only steal from people who have plenty of money to begin with and deserve to be robbed, but if I could start over, I would forget about them and be a rancher or a farmer or miner or shopkeeper or whatever you wanted me to be, just so we could always be together. Be at Charlie's grave at sunset this Thursday. I love you, Dirk.
Missed. Perfect. Maybe I should try a little, just to be sure. I should put that icing Shorty made on it. What are these?
I made you that flower Frances mentioned in her recipe. I cut all the pieces out of marzipan using her old forms, but I'll be darned if I can figure out how the pieces go.
It's a tulip. What's this?
That's food coloring so you can paint that marzipan flower. Miss Nancy, how may I be of service?
What do you know about the treasure that Dirk Valentine supposedly hid around here for Francis Humber to find?
If I thought there was a snowball's chance in Tampa that Valentine had stashed any of his loot here, I'd be tearing this place apart. Why? What do you know about it?
Nothing really, but what makes you so sure he didn't stash any of his loot here?
When I heard that rumor, I started reading everything about Dirk Valentine I could get my hands on. But the more I read, the more it sounded like he suckered Francis into believing he'd hidden something for her, just to give people something to talk about when he was gone.
Well, I'd better get going.
Come back soon.
Need something?
May I go riding again?
Yep,
Talk to you later.
if you last that long.
Come on, Bob. Okay, Bob, let's go. Yeah, yeah.
11 seconds. Start over.
Yeah, yeah.
12 seconds. Start over.
Okay, Bob, let's go. Yeah, yeah.
11.5. Start over.
Yeah, yeah.
12 seconds. Start over.
Yeah, yeah.
12.5. Start over. 11 seconds. Start over.
Yeehaw!
10.5. Start over.
Yeehaw!
11.5. Start over.
Yeehaw!
11.5. Start over.
Yeehaw! Nuts! Yeah!
10 seconds flat. Close, but no cigar. Start over.
Here we go! Yeah!
10.5. Start over.
Here we go!
That's a 5-second penalty. You'll never get under 10 seconds now.
Yeah!
Start over.
Okay, Bob, let's go! Yeah!
12.5. Start over.
Okay, Bob, let's go!
$10.5. Start over.
Here we go! Yeah!
10.5. Start over.
Oh. Just missed. Just missed. Do over. Do over.
Start over.
Rats, I was this close. Oh. Oh. Do over. Perfect.
You got 1 out of 5.
Oh. Do over. Rats, I was this close. Oh. Rats, I was
Start
this
over.
close. Rats, I was this close. Oh. Try again. Oh. Missed.
Start over.
Try again. Oh. Try again. Do over. Here we go. Yeah!
11 seconds. Start over.
Here we go. Yeah!
11.5. Start over.
Here we go.
$9.5. How about that? You did it.
Gotcha.
You got 1 out of 5.
Perfect. Yes! Oh. Perfect. Yes!
4 out of 5. Congratulations.
All right, now I can get my own lariat. I did the barrel race in under 10 seconds and roped the sawhorse 4 out of 5 times. Do I get a lariat?
Yep, here you go. I'm kinda surprised at you.
Why?
Figured you'd be good for some laughs out there. You weren't. But there's still hope. This little vacation of yours ain't over with yet.
May I go riding again?
Yep,
Talk to you later.
just stay out of trouble.
No sense going in there without a horse to ride.
SWGS, this is Geza.
Hi, my name is Nancy Drew. Not too long ago, you provided this person I know with a map that showed the locations of mineral deposits in central Arizona.
That's what I'm here for.
Is it unusual for an ordinary citizen to request a map like that?
Depends on which map it was.
The number on it was PUB893A.
Publication 893 Alpha. Let me get it on my screen here. Yeah, that's a map somebody'd use if they wanted to go prospecting in their spare time. What's this person's name?
Shorty Thurman?
Shorty Thurman. Yep, there he is. According to my notes, he just started a job in the Shadow Mountain area and figured he'd go looking for gold on his off hours.
You keep notes on all the calls you get?
In a bureaucracy like this one, you never know. When something goes south and fingers start pointing, it's always good to have your side of the story all nice and documented.
How likely do you think it is that Shorty will find any gold around Shadow Mountain?
Oh, he might find a nugget or two, but from the looks of the maps I sent him, any ore out there would be of such low quality that attempting to extract gold from it would be pointless. That's interesting.
What is?
Apparently, this Shorty person asked me if I knew anything about Dirk Valentine's treasure.
Really? Do you remember what he said?
As I recall, he'd heard a rumor that some outlaw had buried some kind of treasure near Shadow Mountain. He thought it might be in an old mine shaft or something.
And what did you tell him?
Nothing. I didn't know anything about it.
Well, thank you, Geza.
No problem. What did you say your name was again? Nancy...
Drew.
Nancy Drew. Asked a lot of questions. Didn't buy any maps.
But she really appreciated your taking the time to talk to her. Be sure to put that in your notes too, okay?
Got it. Goodbye, Miss Drew.
Bye. Come on, Bob. Huh? That looks like Mary Yazzie. Oh, bummer.
Hi, can I help you with something?
I saw you riding earlier near Shadow Ranch. Do you ride around there a lot?
You're mistaken. Shadow Ranch is private property. I never ride there. You must have seen somebody else.
Whoever I saw was riding a Palomino that looked just like yours.
I'm telling you, it wasn't me. So don't go telling people you saw me trespassing, because you didn't. Excuse me. I can't talk right now. Sorry.
Hello?
Hi, Aunt Bet. I forgot to ask you before how Uncle Ed was doing.
Well, he definitely has some kind of infection.
I'm fine.
So they've got him on antibiotics. We'll be here at least 2 more days.
I noticed a letter in your roll-top desk from someone named Jane Nash.
Oh, yes. She worked for us back in Phoenix when we still owned the clothing store. Unfortunately, she turned out to be totally unreliable and we had to let her go.
Her letter sounded almost threatening.
Oh, she's harmless. Part of her problem was that she was all talk and no show. It was Ed's idea to hire her.
She was a good salesperson. She was just not a very good person.
How old was she?
In her 30s. She was married for a while, as I recall.
Are you aware that there's a secret door behind the bookcase in the den?
No. Oh my, you really are quite the detective. How did you discover that?
Well, actually, it's a long story. What do you know about Dirk Valentine?
Never heard of him. Do you know a Dirk Valentine?
Isn't he that outlaw guy Shorty was carrying on about the night I got bit?
He's supposed to have hidden a treasure somewhere around here.
This is the first I've heard about it.
It could be why someone is trying to chase you off the ranch.
Dirk Valentine. Sounds like a character from a Charlena Purcell novel.
Are you a Charlena Purcell fan?
Charlena Purcell? Of course I'm a fan. Who isn't?
I'm not.
Oh, Ed, be quiet. Why do you ask?
Because I just talked to her.
Really? About what?
About Shadow Ranch, actually, and about Dirk Valentine. She's done quite a bit of research on him. He was in love with Frances Humber, you know.
Oh, my gosh. You mean Charlena Purcell is going to write a book that takes place on our ranch?
She's still my palpitating heart.
Ed, you tell her she's welcome to visit Shadow Ranch and do all the research she wants anytime she wants.
Don't I get some say in this?
No.
I'll be in touch.
We'll be right here. Bye.
Need something?
I'm pretty sure I saw Mary Yazzie riding on ranch property. Have you ever seen her riding around here?
Nope.
When I asked her about it, she denied it, adamantly.
Was she hurting anything? Defacing rocks? Setting fires? Threatening some endangered species?
It just seemed like she was hiding something, that's all.
Sounds to me like you're making a mountain out of an anthill. I wouldn't worry about it.
Talk to you later.
Just stay out of trouble.
Hello, Nancy. Guess I'm gonna be blushing every time I see you now.
Because of that cellar thing, you don't have to be embarrassed, as long as you level with the Raleighs like you said you would.
Actually, I'm kinda glad you came by. Something I need you to do for me, if you wouldn't mind.
You bet.
This chicken coop's been a thorn in my side ever since I got here. The wire I need to fix the hole in the fence was supposed to be delivered today, but it's not here yet, and the Raleighs just called and asked me to run an errand for them tonight. So if you could keep an eye out for that chicken wire and patch that hole as soon as it gets here, the chickens and I'd really appreciate it.
Are you going to tell me how to patch it?
It's just common sense. You'll manage. Just be sure to wear gloves. I'll leave my pliers out. If you have to do it at night, that's okay. There should be plenty of moonlight. You'll be able to see fine. Just make sure it gets done, because if it doesn't, the coyotes are going to have themselves one heck of a banquet, and you're going to be in a lot of hot water.
Great.
Now, is there something I can do for you?
May I see that letter you said Francis Humber wrote to your great aunt?
Sure, got it right here. When I heard you were a detective, I started keeping it on me. Thought you might snoop through my stuff or something.
Thanks for letting me see it.
Dearest Cousin Ellie, my beloved Dirk is no more. I shall never see him again. And now you will never see me again, for I am on my way east, there to spend the rest of my life. I will never return to the territory of Arizona, not even when my father, whom I despise with every part of my being, has left this earth. But know this, sweet Ellie. Dirk told me that he had hidden something of great value, and that when all was in place, he would start me in pursuit of it. He was forever inventing fanciful ways to tax my brain, and was quite clever himself. Then, thanks to my father, he was arrested. Perhaps he wrote me from jail and his note was lost. Or perhaps he grew to hate me. But he never told me how to find what he had hidden, and I am too heartsick to care. If you can somehow find it, it's yours, my dear young cousin. Know, too, that I miss you terribly and always, always will. Francis. P.S. Enclosed is a picture of the vilest man ever born.
Where was the jail that Dirk Valentine stayed in after he was arrested? Do you have any idea?
Probably the one over in Dry Creek. It's a ghost town now. But the jailhouse and a couple other old buildings are still standing. At least they were last I saw.
Is it far from here?
On your way to Mariazzi's, look for the trail on your left that heads towards Shadow Mountain and stay on it till you get there. It's about an hour and a half's ride. This got something to do with the treasure?
It might.
Well, let me know if you need anything else.
I'll let you get back to work.
Appreciate it.
Hello?
Where are you guys? You've got to get out here. I saw the Phantom Horse last night.
Know what we saw last night? The inside of a motel room in St. Louis.
St. Louis?
Our plane finally took off at 7 last night. We didn't call you because we wanted to surprise you. Only the next thing we knew, we were being diverted to St. Louis on account of bad weather, so the airline put us up at a motel. But when we came back to the airport this morning, guess what?
You're fogged in and your plane's got more mechanical problems.
We're fogged in. I have never seen fog this thick. Visibility's 3 feet tops. You can barely drive in this stuff, let alone land and take off. Let's change the subject. So you saw the Phantom Horse?
Last night, right after the campfire, this glowing horse appeared out of nowhere, then went galloping away. And right after that, the main pipe in the pump house sprang a leak. Another case of bad luck? I think not.
So while everyone's attention was on the horse, someone sabotaged the pump house. First the rattlesnake, now this. Yikes.
I found a half-burned note that had a bunch of gibberish on it in the fire pit.
Gibberish? You mean like a code?
That could be why someone tried to burn it, so no one else at the ranch would ever know what it said.
Maybe it was about the sabotage.
That's just what I was thinking.
So just find a way to decode that message and you'll be all set.
Have I told you about the cowboys that work for the Raleighs?
No, and believe me, I've been meaning to ask.
Well, Dave Gregory, he's the foreman, and he's very cute, Bess.
Wouldn't you know it?
Anyway, I caught him secretly digging around in the cellar. He knows about Dirk Valentine's treasure, too.
What about the other cowboys?
Tex Britton, the head wrangler, the Raleighs fired his sister when they lived in Phoenix. At first, he denied it. Then when he finally admitted it, he said he lied because he knew the truth makes him look bad.
Yeah, it makes him look like he's been sabotaging stuff at the ranch to help his sister get back at Aunt Bet and Uncle Ed.
He says that's not true, that he doesn't even blame the Raleighs for firing her.
Words are cheap, Nan. Keep an eye on him.
I found a green bottle with a bunch of love letters from Dirk to Francis inside.
Love letters? I I love letters. Was there anything in them about the loot he'd stashed for her?
No, but there are references to some of her favorite things. And since the letter that Dirk wrote to her from jail mentioned that her favorite flowers will help her find the treasure.
They might help you figure out what they are. We're stuck here while you get to read love letters? Okay, George. We're suing the airline, both airports, and the weather service.
I found an old beaded handbag that may have belonged to Francis Humber.
Was there anything in it?
No, but if it's the bag that Dirk mentioned in one of his love letters, it could hold some sort of clue.
What does it look like?
Well, there's a bird on it, but the beads have completely fallen off this one section. However, it does have the name of the manufacturer at the bottom. It was made by the Chicago Mercantile Company back in 1881.
That's one of the companies in my book. Is there anything else on it?
Yeah, some kind of number. HB3941.
Maybe that's what bead pattern it is. There's a bunch of phone numbers in this book. Maybe we can track down the pattern for you.
That'd be great. Like I said, it could be pretty important, especially if the part that's missing turns out to have something to do with flowers.
We'll get right on it.
That's it for now.
2 words, Nancy. Call us.
The daisy stitch.
Your call has been forwarded to an automatic messaging service.
I'll call back later.
Miss Nancy, how may I be of service?
Well, I'd better get going.
Drop by anytime.